Yes, sir.
Okay. So basic. Okay. So what is the basic idea about the password security? In general, it is the
Sir,
securing the yes,
I can't see your screen. I can't see your screen.
but the skin is visible to you most probably. Others, it is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now it is visible.
Okay. Okay, now it's visible mostly. Yes. So what is password security? Is and basically we secure our password. So in general, anything, any your either you have the your what is the Gmail account or any other account or SBI or any bank account, online banking system, or any type of app. Through app also you can access the bank. Okay, and also you have the, if you have the e-commerce site, so all these cases we have to have the password, and password is very important. So today's class we are going to discuss the this thing, the how we secure our password and what is the need. Okay, and as well as it's not like the you want to create the your password is more secure, then it will take the around 30 minutes for entering the password, which is also not good. Okay, so what is our objective is to secure the password with efficient way, or as well as a user friendly. Okay, so that's why, so like in general, what is the our in general password? In general password, what is the in your Gmail account, in your SBI bank account, how you design your password? What is the in general criteria for designing the password?
Names
Anyone?
and birth dates.
No, it's these are the your parameters, but in general we are using the different
8 characters and
yes,
numbers, special
yes,
symbols.
yeah, symbols and all these things. Okay, so then in general, if you check the sum of the what is the email organization or some service provider or something, they mentioned the, okay, you have to have the minimum how many characters, you have the length of the password is 8. So what is the reason they mentioned the minimum length is 8?
I think that is because the randomness of the password will be more, because there's this program which calculates, uh, which can give random input to get the password, but it will take a long time if it has 8 characters.
No, yes. So my question is why it is 8? Why it is not 6, or why it is not 10? Why the minimum length they mention the 8? Why they not mention, have not mentioned the minimum length is 10 or minimum length is 6? What is the reason behind it? Technical reason. or your I mean, it's
Oh,
not the some
it
logical, yes.
Isha, because the 7 letters and the 3 letter words are eliminated. Yes.
Okay. Others, any idea? Anyone? Why it is they mention the, yeah, they mention the minimum 8, and you can move uh, above the 8 is it is possible. Okay, but in
I
generally,
guess
so
it
what?
is harder to brute force.
Okay, yes, other than this brute force, any other
And
possible?
uh,
Yes.
and I think, see, um, if we, for example, some hacker created a program, and if the minimum limit was still 3 or 2, if it was okay, and if a
Okay.
hacker created a program that will do like A B C D E F G until Z, and then uh, 2 digit, the second digit will turn B, and then A B C D E F G, and like this. So it will try all possible combinations if they were only 3 or 2, and that would be much more easier for the computer to calculate. But with 8, it will require a very high quality computer, which is very unlikely.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so yes, your answer is partially correct. Okay, so like why we fix 8 means some additional information is required. Like 8 means they have checked, okay, already existing literature or existing scientist or existing your this password designer or security engineer. They already check whatever the till now high performance computer we have, okay, they are not able to break, okay, 8-character password, which is combination of alphabet, capital letter, capital alphabet, small alphabet, special character, number, combination of this, and as well as the it will breakable, but with the some amount of the time like 6 months or 1 year or 2 year, there is a possibility. Okay, so that's why they fix is in the 8. If less than 8 means there is a possibility for the some of your friend mentioned this thing, the brute force type of attack, or somehow through the some computer it is breakable. Okay, so I'll explain in details. Okay, so what is in this case? So simple. Password security is securing our password. We can utilize or use some uh, complex password. Okay, so then anyone means other person or any hacker is not able to predict or calculate or something, design or develop such type of password. Okay, so password cracking or also the password hacking is an attack vendor that involve the hacker to attempt to crack or determine the password. Okay, and nowadays also the password hacking uses a variety of techniques, okay, and automation based tools, okay, and these password cracking tools may be referred to as the password cracker. Okay, so if we know the password cracking is a somehow it is a crime or somehow the hacking isn't the crime, so then why such type of tools available in the online? Anyone?
Because someone can even use them to check the security.
Yes, so someone use them to understand how they will create the complex password, and through this there is a possibility it is not breakable. But sometimes what is the the somehow everything have the some disadvantages and advantages. So in this case attacker or password crackers, okay, basically sometimes they are taking some advantages from these tools. Okay, but this is for the designing, like the through this you can yeah, create the your complex password. Okay, so now we are focusing on the how we uh, create the complex password and how to defend the against the password cracking of the system. So our objective is not cracking, our objective is somehow how we protect our system from the attacker or those who are responsible for the cracking the your password. Okay, so this is the simple concept we want to understand. Okay, so now in this case, what is the first I mentioned, the if you increase the length, automatically increase the your what is the like complexity of the your password. But it is not like that. If you want to give the 30 character, then what is the disadvantage? If the length is 30, then
It will be too long for the user to remember the password.
yes, first one is this thing, the it is too long to remember the password, as well as any other things.
It is very inconvenient when logging in.
Yes, so somehow you can mention the like entering the all this password, it will take the more time for enter the all information, so it is inconvenient. Yes, other than this two, remembering is difficult. Second was it is basically complex to enter the all this 30 character, it will take the more times. Yes, then other than this,
It needs a lot of storage space, I think.
lot of
Like there is something where you store the password in the database, right? So it's going to take a lot of space if it's a very long password.
yes, partially correct, or you can mention that this if the length is more, so computer is compute to the power something, so your more computation power is required to generate the password or verify the password or something. Okay, so in general, so that's why the too long is not, somehow we come up with the something which is efficient as well as the give you the security. Okay, now second thing is in the increase password complexity. So what is, how we increase the password complexity?
By using special characters and numbers.
Yes, or sometimes we using the combination of multiple things. Okay, it's not like the sum of your friend mentioned the name and date of birth, so which is very easily attacker can predict, or attacker can perform such type of combination. So we can use the capital letter alphabet, small letter alphabet, special character, or any other thing. Okay, and through this we can increase the complexity of the password. Okay, and then the third one is your limit login attempt. So what is the limit login attempt, anyone?
It is the number of times you can try to log
Really
in
used
while getting the password incorrectly. Okay.
Okay, okay, others? Yes, yes.
I guess this will be helpful for brute force, because if I try too many password, I may guess it. But if there will be more limited login attempts, I will have a much more harder time, and maybe I won't be able to even do it.
Yeah, so like if you check the like your SBI or something, if you enter the two times incorrect password, then they mention this is your last chance. If you enter the again incorrect password, okay, so then basically your account you will block with for 24 hours or 48 hours, something like that. Okay, so these, so my question is, if we reduce three times to two times, man, means which will provide you the high level of security or low level of security?
I guess low, because the user also may mistype his password.
No, security point of view, user point of view different, security point of view.
Increase the security.
So like if you give the user three time chance, means what is the three time, so attacker can in between can perform some attack, but if you give the two times, means which is the you have the risk factor of this attack is somehow it is low compared to the previous one. Okay, so that's why the limit of the number of atom in general 3, 2, or sometimes the 1. Okay, sometimes it will happen some of the cases. Okay, so that's why reduce the number of atom means enhance the security. Okay, then the implement the captcha. So what is this, anyone?
It
It's an
is
CAPTCHA is
like
encryption
a
method.
Yes.
security company, I guess.
No, but why we
it
use
is
this?
actually
Yes, like in the your user ID password. Sometime in the Google also, you receive the some images which is CBA123 type of thing. So after you enter those things, then you are able to enter into the your Gmail account or Google account or somehow the Google image account something. Okay, so why those things are important for security reason?
because they check whether the one accessing the data is actually a computer, meaning it's a program or something, or tool used to crack the code, or an actual user.
No, how if I am not the actual user, my case also same, na? 1, 2, 3
But
XYZ. Yes. So then, what is the meaning of the this thing?
actually, in a captcha,
Yes.
many different kind of tests can be used, but the program that is used to crack the code, but the password actually, sorry, usually only focuses on cracking the password and does not have the code to clear the captcha,
No, no.
and it's
Please you
different every time.
understand. Please you understand my question. Like, I am the attacker. Okay. and I know I guess your user ID, I guess your password. Okay, and if I enter this captcha, in my case, if I enter the captcha, in your case, your account, you can. So both cases same, na? There is no difference, because captcha is randomly generated and it is visible to the user. User can put the captcha, then they can enter into your system. So my question is, what is the security thing here? How we use the security in the case of, there is no security in the previous case. If you check, if we increase the length, then we enhance the security. If we mix the password, mix the character, special character, digit, then we enhance the security. Login time, if we reduce the login time, we enhance the security. So in this case, how we enhance the security? Just I enter this thing, anyone can enter. But who is not able to enter this thing? This is my question.
AI.
The
Meaning,
AI
if I
bots.
write,
or not AI, robots or something
yeah,
automated system, they are
yeah,
not able to, like, or machine, okay, not able to means enter this value. Okay, not so that's why the sometimes what happens. So it's some of the cases, if you check, sometimes mention I am not the robot or something statement is there, na? Some of the cases, I am not a robot or something,
yeah,
you click and then enter into the system. So same concept here, as well as this one, and robot as well as like some of the cases, I mean, nowadays mostly, I don't know you have used or not, like we when you, in general, we have the user ID and password to enter in the any system. Okay, then top of this, sometime nowadays Gmail also added the additional benefit, like your mobile number connect with the Gmail account and you receive the OTP, and through this OTP you can enter into the this thing. This is a multi-factor authentication they want to check. Okay, and as well as the, like, sometime what happened when you create the Gmail account. Okay, so you have your user ID, you enter your password, whatever the xyz at the rate 12345 6, okay, whatever. Okay, then they mention you have to, they ask you the 4 question: what is your name, what is your roll number, what is your age, what is your city name. Okay, so if you enter these 4 value, and they mention you have to remember all these things. Okay, whatever the question they ask. Okay, now initial registration phase is done, you have created your Gmail account. When second time you want to enter, you want to go with the login user ID or credential, user ID and password, then they randomly pick the 1 question and you put your answer, then you are able to enter into the login system. Okay, so what type of benefits you are getting in this case?
Extra layer of security and
Extra
protection.
layer of security, yes, because, and as well as why they are not asking the 4 question, what is the reason?
Because during recon, any hacker can find about it.
No, it will take the more time. Okay, as well as attacker thing is, yes, correct, partial correct, but the as well as you have to enter the one roll number, name, so it is more complex. User is not adapt the such type of system. Okay, so that's why what is this thing, they basically use as well as a security thing. Okay, so because randomly pick up the one thing, so then sometimes they ask you the age, sometimes they ask you the city or something. So attacker is also not adapt what is the question and what will be what was your answer. Okay, so through these also captcha also work. Okay, so now use the multi-factor authentication. Okay, so in the multi-factor authentication, all of you, if you check, when you withdraw the money from the ATM, then if the less than 10,000, then what happened? Anyone withdraw the less than 10,000 money from the ATM? SBI ATM or something? So then only you enter your PIN number, then what happened? You can withdraw your money easily. Okay, but But what happened? But in the case of your this thing, like in the case of your what happened? Like in the case of when you withdraw the more than 10,000, like 11,000 or 15,000, then they mention the please you say means first you enter the your PIN number. After that, you are getting the one OTP. Okay, and if you enter the OTP, then you are able to withdraw the money. Okay, so in this case, what is the why this thing is required and what is the benefit?
So that not anyone who knows the PIN can withdraw money from your account.
Yes, so sometimes the no one can means only correct user. Okay, because more money means your more risks. Okay, so that's why the if when you want to withdraw the more money, so somehow you have to focus on the somehow OTP. Okay, and in small amount. So because the sometimes they mention they basically understand attacker means every time they want to try the more money. Okay, so if the more money, so then OTP thing is mandatory. OTP means which is connected with your mobile number, and if you enter the mobile number OTP, then now in the case of OTP, also initially if you check the 2 years back, 3 years back, the OTP is only for the length of 4. Now what is the length of the OTP?
6.
6. So why they focus on the 6? Why it is 2 years back it is 4? Now they converted into the 4 is good now for the user easily they can enter the 4-digit OTP. Now the 6-digit it will take the more time or adoption of the society is difficult. So
Six
why the
digit six
yes
digit will be more this secure.
yes we assume the length is increased the security, but how you explain the
Because
how yes
because
please.
before they can crack the 6 digit code, the OTP will expire.
Mm, yes, but why?
Well,
Why
the
this is
possibility
they
of
get they
guessing the
get
OTP, the possibility of guessing the OTP gets reduced.
others? Means my question simple. 2 years back, 4. Okay, now 6. It's not like the computation power, all this thing. Computation power, if we assume the जब 4 था तब भी जो कंप्यूटेशन स्पीड था अभी भी कंप्यूटेशन स्पीड 6 सेम ही है. But why we move into the 6? Because that time we realize the securities and the 4 is okay. So now also there is a possibility, but why they move into the 6? वन इज इन द मोर सिक्योरिटी रीजन, ये तो पता है, बट क्यों कैसे वो सिक्योरिटी रीजन हो रहा है? ड्यू टू द लेंथ और ड्यू टू द समथिंग एल्स? लेंथ तो सबको पता है, देन व्हाट इज द अदर थिंग?
The time limit.
Yes, good. So time limit. So now because they realize the whatever the that time they mentioned the 30 second. If you check the that time they generated the 30 second. So sometime what happened? Multiple people, those who are in India basically, those who are not comfortable, more comfortable with the mobile or laptop, so they enter, open this thing, and then what happened? Then the again you somehow this OTP is under somehow your expired. Okay, so that's why they realize somehow we can enhance the 30 second to 45 second or something. Okay, so then what happened? Then in this case, if the 45 seconds, so then what is the possibility? Attacker can perform the attack or something. So that's why they realize, okay, we can 45 second and we can enhance the little bit 1 or 2 digits. So they extend it into the 6 digit or something. Okay, and they also fix that if the 45 second or 1 minute which is this, if you not able to enter the your OTP, then automatically it is expired. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, now in this case what is the in general combination. Okay, so just this is for your understanding. Okay, now it is more, this is the general understanding. If you check then the left hand side, we enhance the increase of the your password length. Okay, then automatically your increase the your security level. But we don't want such type of high level of security or something. Okay, so we are focusing on the some, what is the some length. Okay, so that's why there is a possibility. Okay, we can focus on the, if they mention that you have to have the 10 or 9 or 11 character base, if we focus on the simple numeric thing, so whatever the computation power we have, an attacker can initiate, means within the instant they can just, okay, if the length is 1 2 and number, they can easily break this thing. Okay, and if we include this thing, so which is little bit enhance the your security, if we include the both number and upper and lower case, then it is again enhance the security. And we again the focusing on the something like numerical uppercase lowercase or something, then which is give you the enhancer high level of security. Sometimes what happen, if you check, sometimes we enter the 9 character base or 9 length password. Okay, length 9 or something, or which, where you use the alphabet uppercase lowercase special character number. Okay, but what happened after 1 year, if you check the bank mentions somehow you have to change the your password. Why? Sometimes you
So
receive
if
the message. Yes, please go ahead.
so, just in case there was any breach, if we change the password, that would reset the security.
Yes, so basically enhance the security, and why they realize your password is older, okay, and which is nearest to the around more than 1 year or something. So they mention somehow you change because there is a possibility some brute force or something is happened. Okay, so that's why they send you message, please you change, otherwise you are not able to enter in your you are not able to log in your system. Okay, so that's why this type of things are there. Okay, now what is the in general mechanism we use for this password thing? Okay, or any message when we transmit through the online, like all of you use the https xyz.ac.in or whatever, xyz .org or .com, whatever, then we enter all these informations. Okay, so in this this is the easily we can understand that this message is transmitted, this message is secure, all those things. But please all of you understand our network, whatever the 5G network or Wi-Fi network or your wireless network, those network are not secure. Okay, but your wired network or this LAN cable, those things are secure, but this one is not secure because this is open, so anyone can access or your data or your credential information. So that's why everywhere in any data transmission, in general, any organization, either it is education institute or it is your company or it is some college or this thing, they basically use the encryption and decryption mechanism. Okay, so in general they don't want to send the information is a normal form, they can convert into the encrypted form, and after, then they want to transfer the informations. Okay, so then what is the mechanism in this case they use? In general, this mechanism, sender side they encrypt the information and receiver side they decrypt the information. And how they encrypt the information? Through the encryption mechanism, or okay, through the encryption mechanism. Okay, they can easily this thing the transfer the or convert the your normal message to your thing. Okay, so now uh, in this case, if you check, this is the plain text, any message which is we transfer, and this is encrypted or through the encryption mechanism and with the help of key. Okay, key is a like your password type of concept, okay, and it is converted into the like this type of form, okay, and it is transmitted through the your open channel or Wi-Fi channel, whatever, in secure channel. Okay, if the attacker is want to access this information, they are not able to break it, but accessing is also difficult, but somehow we assume the attacker is accessing those informations. Then the decryption, okay, decryption is in the like they use the whatever this form, okay, and as well as the this key and decryption mechanism which is convert into the original message, but in this case only original receiver is responsible for decrypt the informations, okay. So if the same key we use, it is called the symmetric key encryption. If the different key we use, then that it is asymmetric key encryption. Now my question is, if the same key we can use, though this mechanism is more complex, if the different key we use, then which mechanism is more complex? Anyone? Question is clear?
Different key, one is more complex.
When my question is, if we use the same key, then it is create the more complexity. If we use the different key, then which is give you the more complexity?
For the different key.
Why?
Because there are two keys used in the encryption and decryption process. So it is harder for the hacker to find both keys at the same time to get the information.
Yes. So in this case, it's the different key which is called. So that's why if you there check the in the real life application, we are using the concept of public key infrastructure or PKI. Okay. So which is basically attacker again. Basically, they use the different type of key. One key for the encryption, which is public key, and another key private key, which is used for the decryption. Okay. So now this whole thing, whatever that happened in the case of our real life scenario, okay, either banking system or your OTP or your the banking, you want to transfer your money, you want to perform the any transaction through your bank, or you can use the Google means what is the phone pay, Google Pay type of or Paytm type of UPI. Through this you can perform the transaction. So all these cases, the backend and is as well as the your like the is Amazon or your in the Gmail or your Facebook, Twitter, what all these cases. Okay, we are basically focusing how we secure the our information, and we have the credential information, user ID password or email ID password, or we have the ID password, whatever. Okay, so in this case, all these cases in the back end, we have the a cryptology type of concept, means hidden world. Okay, so hidden world means basically you don't want to share your information to the others. That's why we have to use the similar type of mechanism to the when we communicate to the other parties. It is myself and you, or it is myself and bank, or it is you with your bank, or you with your education institute, you with your Amazon login. So all these cases basically we focusing on the cryptology. So cryptology is in the two parts, okay, divided into the two parts, or sometimes we can bottom up approach. We can also say that the cryptology means combination of the cryptography and cryptanalysis. Okay, so what is the cryptography? Okay, so here it is the code making. So what type of code we make? We want to make the code, means like the password type of thing, or any type of code where the attacker is not able to access the your information, or attacker is not able to break your information. Okay, so this is the good guy can in general design the some mechanism or some algorithm or some techniques which is basically protect the our system, not only the our like Google or Gmail, this type of process or application, as well as our system, our network, our process or our applications. Okay, all these cases. So this thing is under code making. This is called the cryptography. So how we make the code? We use the different mechanism. Through this mechanism, we can perform the encrypt. We can convert our data into encrypted form. If the encrypted form means no one can access your information. Now, what is the cryptanalysis? It is code breaking. Okay, so in general, this password cracking or password hacking is under which category? Cryptography or cryptanalysis? Belongs to which category?
Cryptanalysis.
Okay, cryptanalysis. Okay, so in this case, in the cryptanalysis, what is the responsibility in this case? In the case of cryptanalysis, means basically the attacker, they somehow guess or they somehow collect your password from the other sources, or sometimes they attempt the, like, sometimes what happened, your SBI password is there, like your Gmail password is there, which is the XYZ at the rate 12345. Okay, and sometime what happened, like you want to register into the some sites. Okay, and this sites is not very authenticate sites, as well as like somehow you want to register because you want to access or download the some video, or somehow you want to download the some PDF file or reading material, or you can want to access the some information. That's why, so the immediate purpose, what we will do, sometime for the, we can use the our similar type of password like whatever we use in our Gmail account. But why we use the such type of thing, password? What is the reason? In general, we will do the similar type of, we have done the like similar type of thing. Okay, so like sometime with the same password we use. But why we use the same password? What is the reason?
Because it's easy to remember for multiple
Yes,
sites.
it is easy to, so we easy to remember, so that's why we use the same password to the one unauthorized sites, where the gaming sites or some other sites or something. So what happened, the attacker basically have the access those type of sites. Okay, so then what they will do, they can check the what is your password, and through this password they want to try the your bank account or other account to break the your code. Okay, so then this, or sometimes they also guess with the additional guess point or something. Okay, like they realize, okay, this is password, at the top of this we include the your date of birth or something, then it is breakable or something. So like this way, this thing. Okay, but in our case, in this case, like in the case of a cryptography engineer or the security engineer, why they want to go with the code breaking scheme? What is the need? Because they only do the this thing, na, good guy, they want to do the code making. So why they focus on the code breaking? Sometimes the security engineer is in the want to do the code breaking thing, then they are focusing on the code making. So why they are focusing on the code breaking?
To find out the flaws
Yes, flaws,
and the
as well
loopholes.
as the, yes, loopholes, as well as the, what is the, they want to check what is the possible behavior of the attackers. Okay, bad guy, like in the banking system, if you check banking system as well as the Indian Navy, Indian Army, okay, they have the last 5 years data. Okay, and for their network or for their others personal data, both. Okay, so those data they basically analyze and check. Okay, in the first year data they have, okay, from the first year data they can check 5 years, for the 5 years data they want to check the what was the last time 2 years back some attack was happened. So then what was the means what was the compromise parameters. Okay, so they want to identify those compromise parameters, and that's why they skipped analysis or code breaking mechanism. They want to check the how they break the code, what are the mechanisms they have used. So then then the next time when they design the code, good code, okay, that time they actually add this thing. What happened, they want to add those concept. Okay, there is if there is some backdoor, or there is some what is the some uh, leakage. So those leakage point they want to identify, and they add some additional solution during the code making time. Okay, so in general, code breaking means bad guy, but sometimes the good guy also wanted to know. So that's why the if the any security engineer, or in the case of security developer, or in the case of your cyber security analytics person, okay, they go with the both phases, cryptography and cryptanalysis, means code making and code breaking. Okay, and this combination thing is called the cryptology. But these are the technical thing which is done in our backend. It is through our computer or through our mobile. It is done automatically. So that's why we are not realize the what happened. Okay, so it is actually encrypt your information to the, okay, and send to the open channel. Okay, now in general, if you want to like secure some information, like in your mind you want to secure some information, okay, like in our case also institute, we want to secure some information. So what type of information we want to secure? We don't want to secure the some information like the user id password type of thing. Okay, so our security is under, in this case, is under somehow grade sheets, okay, student grade, student marks, okay, student identity, all these things. Okay, and job opportunity of the students, so all these things. So in general, the NIST, National Institute of Standard Technology, US, they developed the one cyber security framework. Okay, through this framework, easily when you design the any security mechanism or cyber security scheme, so somehow you have to identify the what are the parameters. Every time it's not mandatory to your you want to protect your money only. Okay, so any other thing, okay, asset, any asset, okay, you can protect through the cyber security. It's there the possibility in the case of your in the case of our banking system or our fintech, financial transaction, stock exchange, share market, all these cases, our asset means our money. But in the case of smart healthcare domain, asset means your patient information. Okay, in the case of your grid management, okay, smart grid solution, your asset means your basically unit point. Okay, what is the your consumption unit, what is your generation unit of what is the electricity. Okay, so and in the case of employee, in any organization, employee details or employee categorization or credibility, those things are basically the asset. So we have to identify, first identify what is our asset, which one we want to protect, need for protection. Then we use the some okay, implement some mechanism. Okay, in general, if we I'll give you the some normal concept, then in general we use in our case at the IIT Jodhpur or something, okay, any IIT, they use the firewalls type of concept. Okay, through these firewalls they can protect the any incorrect traffic thing. Okay, so then how we detect things, so protect this thing through the, but top of this there is a possibility sometimes some incident happened, okay, which is more intelligent than the firewall. So through the firewall it is not okay protect, so then this thing, so then we have the some mechanism. Through this mechanism we check, like sometimes the firewall will give you the access, okay, access to the some of the sites. But if they realize in the site access and this from this site, they log in your account, okay, 3 times, 2 times every day, 2 times or sometime, okay, 2 times, enter the incorrect login, continuous 1 day and second 2 days. So then those type of thing somehow we can identify, okay, and develop some technique for this. Okay, so this is the respond, and finally the recover those things. Okay, so in general they focus on the 5 capabilities, and which are the identify, protect, detect, and respond and recover. Okay, so through this we can solve this problem. Now, why cyber security is and the nowadays very hot topic? Everyone want to do the job in the cyber security. Everyone want to do the learn the cyber security. What is the attacker mechanism? Okay, as well as the if you check the large number of the institute also open the engineering program in cyber security. Okay, as well as the medical people also want to do the something related to the cyber security. Some certificate, diploma, or master degree courses also offered not only India, abroad in the cyber security. What is the reason? Okay, so what is the reason? Anyone?
The
Anyone?
growing cases of cyber crimes.
Yes, growing the cases of cybercrime as well as the whatever the current system we have, okay, or current mechanism we have. Through this mechanism, we are not able to protect the 100% protection. Okay, and so if we close the one, if we design some algorithm which is protect something, but attacker is nowadays very intelligent, they identified the other way to break the your password. Okay, so that's why the if you check day by day increasing the cyber crime. Through this cyber crime means like withdrawal money from your account, or the some frauds. Okay, frauds withdrawal from your account. Okay, sometimes they hack your password, sometimes some property losses, sometimes due to this there is a possibility some what is this some human lives also they death or something. Okay, through this cyber crime also multiple things are possible. Okay, so now what happened? So how we, and if you check, this is the data, old data, last year data, just like for your understanding. Every state wise, if you check, almost increase the day by day increasing the this ratio. Some of the state they are the reduces the this thing, but in general they are the increasing the this cyber crime thing. Okay, but these data are correct or incorrect, this is the question. But this data is collected from the there's in the cyber crime portal. Okay, and crime portal, so anyone can register. If you have the some cyber crime something, so you can register, okay, in this portal, and then the government and related state and district is responsible for the resolve your issue. Okay, so from there we collected this data. This data is correct. Okay, most probably whatever that happened, so that's why they correct person at least registered. And in this case, so that's why the from this. And if we some of the crime we also not registered here, so it's more. Okay, so now what is the cyber security providing? Cyber security is in the mechanism, okay, or it is the application of technology, process, control to protect our system, okay, our network, our program, our device, and data from the cyber attack. Okay, and data from the cyber attack. Cyber attack means any type of attack. This is gas through the gas or something. So main aim is to reduce the your attacks. Okay, and protect the against the unauthorized exploitation of the system, network, and technology. Okay. So these are the different cyber security mechanisms. Sometimes it is called the computer security. Sometimes it is related to the mobile. Then it's mobile security. We have the secure payment, which is in the okay one type of security, or there is the surveillance of the cameras is also one type of the securities. Okay. So this security means any either your network security or normal security or information security. You have to have the follow this mechanism, this cryptographic mechanism. Through this cryptographic mechanism, whatever I mentioned, they actually satisfied the these three requirement. Sometimes it is called the CAI: confidentiality, authentication, and integrity. So confidentiality means every time sender is send the message with the encrypted form, then you achieve the security. Authentication, only sender send the information with the authenticate person or known person. Okay, then it is authentication, then you achieve the security. Integrity means sender, if they send the message in between or in transit, they are not able to modify the message. So that's why the maintain the integrity, so which is achieved the your security in this case. Okay, as well as the access and availability, not for all, access and availability for the authenticate user only. Okay, so this is the in general mechanism. We have the confidentiality, authentication, and integrity. If your system is satisfied the following requirement, means your system is secure. And for this satisfied this requirement purpose, we have the security solution, or see encryption mechanism, or we have the encryption algorithm. With the help of the key, we can protect our system. Okay, now your complex this encryption mechanism or encoded mechanism or this thing, okay, those things you can create the more complex, then there is a possibility you can give the your system, your process, your technology is under more secure, which is basically protect your system, okay, or your process, all these things, okay, from the cyber attacks. Okay, and also another term is vulnerabilities, is and the weaknesses that can exploit the cyber criminal to gain the unauthorized access to the your computer. So how the unauthorized access? Sometime we open the some sites, all of you check the HTTP and this site. So HTTP means these sites or these hypertext transfer protocol not give you the security. So if you open the site, there is a possibility some images, some malicious code, some malware is installed in your system. Sometimes if you check, sometimes you install the some software, parallelly some automatically some software and install. Those software are sometimes the malicious code. There is a possibility. So when you install the software or when you install the your app, okay, from the Play Store or from the Google Store, whatever, or what is the iPhone store, okay, so then please be careful, because in this case through this your somehow attack is performed, some antiviruses which is remove the your some file, your some credential information they can share with the some agencies, multiple things are possible. Okay, so this is the, so now these are the firewall just I mentioned. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, now other than this we have the this thing, the NIST I just mentioned. This is the US Department of the Commerce. They basically provide the this type of mechanism nowadays we are using in the case of password security, because whatever we discuss those things are related to the password. Okay, so password security. So in this case basically we have the your password. Any other thing here we have? What is the additional parameter here?
Biometrics,
Biometrics,
identification.
yes. If the biometrics and iris and face recognition, those things provide you the high level of security, then why we use the mobile OTP only?
Because OTP is randomly generated.
Mm, okay, so yes, randomly generated is okay, but somehow in this case, like mobile OTPs, automatically you can easily you send or enter. But in this case, no need the additional device. But fingerprint means some you have the additional device as well as the correctly capture the fingerprints. Okay, same figure your iris, then you have to have the some additional device. So those things create the more complexity. So that's why the in general in the multi-factor authentication perspective, we are using the simple OTP type of concept. But in general, if you include the those things like retina or fingerprints or face recognition, definitely you are getting the more security. But what is the problem? which is not acceptable to the our society. यूजर क्या करेगा, वो एक्सेस करना नहीं चाहेगा because multiple time इसी को देना, then this is because they don't understand the security level, they understand the somehow the access the information. Okay, so though that's why. Okay, so those things are there. Okay, now in this case if you check, so now in the previous concept, like the when the bank want to the create the when the money transfer, you want to do the money transfer, so they mentioned okay, we can follow the 5 steps. Okay, like first step, user ID password, then your OTP, then something XYZ something. Then what happened, we check the okay, reduce the number of transaction. Okay, so the reduce the number of transaction means which is not accepted by the our society. Okay, so that's why the my concern is anything when we do, so that thing somehow we can with the some specific mechanism. Okay, we can use the some specific mechanism for this. Okay. So you have the any question, any query, so related to this password security, or any general questions? So these are the basic idea about the password security, and this is the ongoing research is ongoing. So like the how we protect our system, how we enhance the user acceptance of the society. Okay, so multiple things are ongoing.